Hey guys, Alex975 here today, bringing you back another video. In today's video, I just wanted to discuss Marvel, and I know there's been plenty videos made on why Marvel is bad now, and yeah, it's come to no shock if you watched any of those videos why Marvel is, but it seems that people have started to kind of just forget about Marvel. Not forget that it's bad, don't get me wrong, because people are just not watching them anymore. Marvel has kind of just been in the mud lately, and they are starting to get forgotten. So I just want to discuss my opinions in today's video. As always, if you do enjoy this video, please consider liking it, because if it gets enough views, I will make a more in-depth analysis about this topic. So the reason I decided to make today's video is because I was just watching YouTube Shorts, and randomly while I was scrolling through, I saw a Thor Ragnarok edit, and I know that's just completely random. I never get edits about Marvel movies anymore, but it just hit me really hard, and it was really nostalgic, and it just reminded me how Marvel has just gone so downhill and how good their movies were. There was at least once a year and a brilliant Marvel movie that was such an enjoyable experience, and it made me excited to go to the cinema, because now there's kind of a gap that Marvel kind of filled in that void, but now there's kind of a gap now where there's nothing really to be excited to watch in the cinema, because Marvel was kind of that franchise, and Disney definitely loved it, but I don't know what it was. Disney must have got more control, because these TV shows have really ruined it. And don't get me wrong, some of the TV shows do work. I've been starting to watch Loki now because the season 2 came out, and I've heard good reviews about it, but I haven't finished it, so I'm not going to discuss it. But I know that it got good reviews, and it definitely is good. And it didn't remind me of peak old Marvel, but it reminded me of old Marvel. And that's the thing, very small topics do deserve to be made into a TV show, but that specific one was one of the only ones that worked, whereas a couple others that didn't work were like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They just feel like they were extended because they were a TV show, where they could have been shortened down for a movie. And also Moon Knight was another really good one. It was really good at the start, but kind of got worse as it went on, but it was still really good, and it showed good experimental type content that Marvel were making with the shows, but then everything was their shows, and their movies as well were bad now. And the Marvels coming up, I think that's just destined to fail. I think everyone's already discussed this. I've seen videos, and it's come to no shock. Really, when I heard this video, I was like, what are they doing? Like, really, what are they doing? They're literally just throwing money away, Disney is. The Marvels is a massive, massive mistake, and it's really frustrating because two of the characters are barely known. Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel are barely known. Miss Marvel had her TV show, which I don't know, but I think it didn't do very well. And Monica Rambeau just appeared in WandaVision, and she only got her powers at the near end of it. And Captain Marvel only had a successful movie because it was in between Infinity War and Endgame, and still got bad reviews, and its supporting cast was actually decent, but Captain Marvel herself wasn't. So it was just an anatomy of failure, and that's really stupid. But Marvel, I don't know if they can come back to their same way. The glimmers with No Way Home and Guardians 3 just piss you off, because it's like it's right there. They can still do it. You can still see that they can still make that top tier content, but they just aren't, and it's really annoying. With Guardians 3, in my opinion, I always knew Guardians 3 was going to be good. I know that's not that shocking, but at Marvel's rate, it kind of was starting to get scary, and I was getting scared myself that Guardians 3 was going to be crap. But James Gunn has consistently made 5-star content, and I probably will make a video discussing him as well. It'll probably go in hand with a DC video I make, but I'll probably make a separate video on James Gunn himself, because he's made about 5 separate he's made 5 superhero 4 movies and 1 TV show, and all of them 5-star, all of them. So that's the thing. Guardians 3 was always kind of ready to succeed, and No Way Home, with the supporting cast, that's too much of a baseline saying, oh, it only did well because of the nostalgia. It didn't. It was still an amazing movie without that nostalgia. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 without the nostalgia, but it was still even if the supporting cast like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire weren't in it, I still think people would have been saying, oh my god, Marvel are starting to get good again. But Marvel has not made anything good, and there's not looking like there's going to be anything good. For the first time ever, I don't know if I'm going to go to the cinema to watch the next Avengers, because I'm not really excited for it. Like, it's just like there's no one you're rooting for anymore, and it's really annoying. It really is. Like, Spider-Man is really like their lifeline at the moment, because Guardians is over, and like I know they've kind of split off, but they're over without James Gunn. The Guardians were kind of special together, so they're kind of over, and Spider-Man is their last hope, and I think everyone knows that. And it's really scary because Disney can only make so many Spider-Man content, because if they keep milking him, everyone's gonna get frustrated and not want to see Spider-Man, and then they'll have no one. So yeah, Marvel's in a really big state, and it's just so frustrating when you see their old content. And it's not like, the thing is, Marvel, I don't know what they're gonna do. My opinion would be to take a complete back step. Now the problem is they can't do what I'm saying to do, but what I would have done was not announced any type of content. Basically, they failed at Phase 4, and I don't know, man, like, the thing is, they should be making new, really likable baseline characters, but they failed at that. Now, my way of saying is they have to do it again, because they don't have likable characters, so there's no point in trying to make the overarching story when there's no characters anyone's rooting for. For me, it's back to the board, like writing up characters, but obviously they can't do that, so maybe they can mix that in, and then they can kind of slowly shove the Marvels to the side and all, and like try to get the bad characters out of the way, because there's nothing they can do about that now. They released that bad content and just kind of sweep that under the rug and make new good characters, but it's such an amount of work. It's more work than DC have to make the new DCU. That's the really weird, the really frustrating thing, because Marvel, even after Endgame, still had a massive fan base, a massive setup. They had everything going for them. It was like they were shooting themselves like all the time. Like, it was so annoying, especially with Thor and others. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Doctor Strange is another one, but he hasn't kind of gone completely downhill. But Thor, there's kind of been a sour taste left in everyone's mind after Love and Thunder. So yeah, I don't know. It's Marvel. It's really frustrating, and this video is less to discuss suggestions and really just to let out my own frustration that I think everyone agrees on. But yeah, it was a really short video. I wanted to get another video out there. I don't have much suggestions for Marvel because they've created a mess. Now, if I was to think up a full analysis, I definitely would. But at the moment, Marvel have dug themselves a bigger hole than the DCU have. Like, in my opinion, I would be able to come up with loads of ways for the DCU to get good. But because Marvel have set themselves up with that Phase 4, and nearly every single character was crap in it, and even the good characters like Moon Knight and Loki, they wouldn't work on the big screen because Loki is like a villain, kind of. Like, I don't think Loki would work, and Moon Knight definitely wouldn't work because all of his was about his mind and how he has 3 personalities, and you can't put that on like the big screen because it'd be just weird. So yeah, because I'm sure, like, looking at Moon Knight from the third person, like, if you're looking from a different character's perspective at Moon Knight, he's just a weirdo. So I guess you could make some comedy out of that. But yeah, Marvel, it's just really frustrating when you look at their old days and how perfect their movies were. They were really making S-tier content with a couple 5 out of 10s, but literally 5 out of 10s aren't even a problem. 5 out of 10s at this point would be great. Like, Iron Man 2 would have been a success, and people would have been saying it was actually decent if it was made nowadays. But Marvel back then, it's just so annoying because I love their movies, and I know it's not like it's very baseline type content with like simple comedy and all, but they're light-hearted, good movies that have some deep topics that I really liked about Marvel. And it's so frustrating that they've put themselves into a big situation here that, I don't know, Kevin Feige has to sort out. Honestly, I think he should be fired at this point because this overarching story, they failed the second time around, and that's the really annoying thing. And he tried to do the exact same thing again. and it's really annoying. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I know it was a really short one, and it was kind of just laying out my own frustrations. I know I already said this, but yeah, I really wanted to get a video out today. I'm trying to get out one every day for the start. I don't know if I can keep this up. It's definitely not easy, but I'm trying to keep it up. It's hard, not because uploading this video, but it's the other channels, because once I make a video, it's kind of hard to like get myself back into making another video after that, because I don't have as much time on my plate as I used to. So the Halloween break's coming up, so hopefully I can figure out then what I'm going to do with the channel, and I'll probably let you guys know at that stage. But there's a very, very good chance that this channel is going to be going commentary, because the last 2 videos have done really well, and yeah, I really enjoy making this content, so it doesn't have crazy standards. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you want a deeper analysis, just comment it down below and like the video. And also subscribing to the channel helps, because I'm making commentary videos on movies and stuff like that, and I think I'm going to be focusing gaming commentary on AlexM975. Even though my first commentary video on this channel was a gaming one, I'm just going to go off that because I'm actually enjoying the shows, and I didn't expect the shows to do good, like commentating over like Marvel and all that, and Amazon Prime and all that. Didn't expect that to work as well as it did, but it did. So the gaming content will go over to AlexM975, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.